Good evening, everyone. So, I hope you all are doing good. So, today is our first class. So, this is basically the introductory class for SP7. Over here, we will going to understand what the curriculum is all about. So, how the syllabus is breakdown into, and what is the time frame in which we are planning to cover all the courses, and also the tricks and how to plan your study. We will also going to discuss that. First thing first, let's understand what the course is all about. So, as you can see, SP7 is the general insurance paper. So, there are two papers for general insurance, the specialist paper, SP7 and SP8. SP7 is the first paper, which deals with the reserving part of it. The paper is named as reserving and capital modeling. So, there are two parts of it, reserving part and the capital modeling part. So, if you see we have break down the syllabus into 5 broader groups. So, the first one is the introductory chapters. It will give you the information or the brief about the general insurance, the framework in which the general insurance company works, what are the product types, the background of those products. So, those will be taught in this part of the syllabus, which you can see has a 10% weightage in the entire syllabus, and we will come to this part later on. Let's stick to the left hand side. So, the first 4 chapters deals with the background of it, and you can see that it's a very small part. It's because it's obviously it's the background of general insurance, so it has only 10% of weightage in the entire syllabus. The next part in the syllabus is risk, uncertainty and regulation. So, the word regulation over here, you need to pay focus on this word. So, regulation is the most important, like people feel very challenged when they come across this regulations. So, regulation is the one part over here in this group which you want to pay more focus on. Cool. So, the parts over here is risk, uncertainty and regulation, 3 parts. This total comprises of 15% of our syllabus. So, over here this is a slightly more important and detailed part of the syllabus compared to the first one. First one is just the background of it. So, the syllabus kind of starts from here, the risk, uncertainty and regulation. The next part, which is the kind of the heart and soul of this paper, reserving. Reserving is the name of the paper. This is the chapter, these are the chapter 14 to 18 where we are going to understand about reserving, why we do reserving, what kind of reserving is required, for what purpose. So, for every different purpose that you are giving the numbers for, you will kind of change the methodology of your reserving, whether you are giving a pessimistic number, a best estimate number or an optimistic number. That will totally depend on the purpose that valuation suits for. So, over here we will understand about the reserving concept, why are we reserving, what will be our reserving methodology, the methods of reserving and uncertainty in reserving, and a lot of things all catered to reserving and calculating our number. Going from the stochastic modeling to deterministic modeling, everything is covered in this 14 to 18 set of paper. You can see that this comprises of 30% of your syllabus, which if you observe is the highest from all the groups that we have talked about over here. So, you could see how important this part is over here. The next part is capital modeling. So, capital modeling deals with risk based capital modeling. So, basically the soul of capital modeling chapter is risk based capital modeling. It is not the entirety of it, but the major part of it over here is risk based capital modeling. This is pure theoretical section over here. In this reserving part, you expect some numericals. You expect some numericals over here from the reserving part, but for capital modeling, it's mostly theory. So this is the catch. Most people find it difficult to remember this theory. We will have a quite interesting way of understanding this. We will use acronyms, we will use model answers to remember these chapters. So these chapters over here has a 17 to 18% of the syllabus, and the remaining syllabus comes from reinsurance and accounting part of it. So reinsurance, the background of reinsurance, type of reinsurances, and also reserving for reinsurance, everything. Again over here from this chapter we do have some numericals. So numericals you would see in these two sections, reserving and reinsurance in accounting. This again forms a 17 to 18% of the syllabus, and this is the entire syllabus that you want to study, starting from the background, risk and uncertainty, reserving, capital modeling and reinsurance. So if you divide reserving, capital modeling and reinsurance is the block that you're going to study over here. Now let's come to this part where we are discussing how much time are we going to take to understand the syllabus. This over here is just the days in which we plan to cover the syllabus. So this chapter 1 to 14, it's a introductory chapter. So we will give a quick read in a 2 to 3 days. It will give you an understanding of the reinsurance if you don't already know it. If you are already working in a general insurance company, it's easy for you to understand these chapters. Then it's risk, uncertainty and regulation. You could give 4 to 5 days, at top a week for these chapters. It is not much to read, but a lot to grasp on. Over here there are a lot to understand. There would be 3 to 4 chapters in this section, but there are a lot to understand over here. While answering, people tend to confuse what to write, and that's the biggest challenge over here. Next, the reserving part, which is the biggest section. We are planning for a 2-week prep for this one. In 2 weeks you would be able to complete the syllabus for 14 to 18. Next, capital modeling, again a week or so, 1 to 2 weeks. And for the last part, reinsurance accounting, again 1 to 2 weeks. So in total, if you do, it will take 7 to 8 weeks to complete the syllabus, and after that we will take a next 4 week, minimum 4 week to prepare for it. So over here we are completing the syllabus. Next 4 weeks are for preparation. We will do the preparation along with the course as well. So this is the syllabus. Just look at it. Then we will move on how we are going to tackle it, how we are planning to complete the syllabus. So now let's see how are we planning to move over here. So we have recorded lectures. Recorded classes we have. That covers the entire syllabus, approximately 120 hours of lectures we have. Cool. So the primary focus over here is recorded lectures. See, we all are working professionals. We have our challenges. It's the biggest challenge in the specialist paper is finding time while working. So recorded lectures is the ultimate truth. We will have live classes, but recorded lectures will help you complete syllabus quicker. So we have recorded lectures. We will have weekend doubt classes. This will be live. Cool. We will provide like recording for these as well. Next, see, we are doing everything, but there are something that we expect from you as well. So I want you to at least give 2 to 3 hours of daily self study. So see, consistency is must in SP level paper. So if you are not consistent, you will lag behind. So 2 to 3 hours of daily consistent self study is required. A day here or so won't make a difference, but you need to find 2 or 3 hours, and this 2 or 3 hours should be at a stretch. It's not that you have taken 1 hour in the morning, 1 in evening, 1 in the night. It won't do much, because in a one hour time frame you won't be able to cover a lot of things in a single sitting. So I want to take out at least 2 to 3 hours in a single sitting. So the plan would be watching the recorded lectures, then this is the first part. The next would be reading material, so along with recording we need to read the material as well, and note taking. This is must. We need to make constant notes of our own so that we can revise quickly, because we have seen that if we take 8 weeks for just completing, say 2 months time for completing the syllabus, rough approx, if we go with the entire completion of the syllabus, 2 months, again a month time for preparation, problem solving, past papers and all, mocks, everything. So we are already done with 3 months, right? And you generally get 4 months or so in a particular session, right? So revision is very important over here. So for revising quickly, you need to make notes so that after this 2 months, you are not struggling through the material to know what you read, from where did you read, and from which video did you understand this concept. If you have some problem in the concept, you could easily refer your notes and quickly revise. So note taking is important. We will help you, we will give you some notes as and when necessary, right? We have different materials to support your studying. We have acronyms, so we have a book for acronyms, and acronyms is important while you are reading this huge syllabus. Like it's a 2027 chapter syllabus, and if you are kind to remember that both from IA and IFOA, you know, since IFOA have also moved to offline exams, so they are testing theories again now. So you need to remember things. So for that you can use acronyms. We have booklets, which is the sets of past paper. Exam questions, past exam questions. We have mind maps. Mind maps for every chapter. We have our own presentation PPT book, which summarizes the chapters, which is basically the notes. You can refer to that as well. and you can also take your notes simultaneously. So we have notes prepared of our own, right? So we have all this thing to aid the learning, but the key point over here is 2 to 3 hours of daily self-studying. That includes watching video, reading the material, problem solving, past paper, and one thing to remember, like along with your chapters, you need to solve questions. You need to solve questions along with your chapters. You don't have to just complete the syllabus in a hurry, and then after completing the entire syllabus you will come back to this booklet and will start solving. It will not do good to you. You need to watch this needs to go simultaneously, hand in hand. Recorded lectures, read the material, solve the questions, right? In the next, so over here in this 4 months, in this 4 weeks, we will do the entire mock. We will do advanced questions, everything, take doubts, but that is a full prep 4-week times. That doesn't include solving booklets and all. Understood? So over here we have numerical, as we discussed. We have numericals and theory. Numerical is approximately 20%, the rest 80% is the theory, higher order skill questions, booklet, direct book works, everything comprised over here, and 20% numericals alone, only 20%. It's typically different from what we have seen in the CT series, where the role was reversed. It was 80% numerical, 20% theory, but over here only 20% over here is theory. Although this 80% 20% numerical, this 80% is not the typical theory that you get in the CT series, just writing advantages, disadvantages. This is practical questions, application based questions, higher order skill questions, everything baked into this 80%. So for this 80%, you need to know your content. You need to know the structure, how you need to structure the answer. You need to see the basic rule is clear: 2 points for 1 mark. So this is a thumb rule that applies to every question, every paper. But the key over here is what kind of points you need to make. This is a specialization paper. You need to make specialist points. So you can't write general points. You can't just write say we will use a best estimate for reserving. You just can't write this point and can expect half a mark for this point. You need to write why are you thinking of having a best estimate for your reserves. You need to write for whom you are presenting the reserve, for whom this is meant for, what kind of book you have. So some detail within this you need to write. You need to give it a complete structure. So that structure we will understand in the 1 month of preparation. But before that, you need to understand that we are focusing more on theory over here, less on numerical. And when we are doing numerical, we need to understand the concepts over here, because the numerical doesn't get repeated, and sometimes it get really tricky. So you need to focus on numerical as well as theory. So 20%, 80% is our structure over here. So this is basically the gist of it. What is the structure of the paper? What is the syllabus over here? This is the syllabus, and we have discussed how we are targeting to complete the syllabus in 2 months time, 1 month preparation, and the next 1 month is a bonus for you to revise and clear your concepts. Is it all? If you have any doubt, you can ask. We have group for SP7. We will take constant doubts in the group. You can post doubts in the group. The doubts would be solved as and when we are available. So a constant support is provided from our side, but the only thing that I want from you is 2 to 3 hours of daily self-study. With this, you could easily clear SP7. Cool. That's it for today. We will have our next class tomorrow. Until then, have a great day. Thank you.